It's pretty lengthy.
Hi everyone.
Hello guys, today I'm going to teach you how to play the successor of Uno, simply called Dos, the world's #2 card game. Unverified statistic. So in this game, you match numbers. You can make a match with one of your cards or two of your cards that add up to a match. If your matching numbers also matches colors, you can earn bonuses. The Wild Dos card and the Wild Number card can help you out, and don't forget to shout out Dos and not Uno at any time that you have exactly 2 cards in your hand. So you have to bear with me on this. Compared to Uno, this can be a complicated game, so I'm going to try my best to explain this in detail so you know how this really works. Also, I want to show you something in the decks. I'll get everything out first, though. And there's still more cards, and there's more, and there's more. So I actually want to show this first. The manual. It's pretty lengthy. So now you have an idea how much details in this game. But let's just take one of these stacks, this one right here, and there's 2 numbered cards. There is 2 for each color, so it'll be a total of 8 wild numbered cards. But also, I'm gonna go through these a little bit quickly. But you may have noticed something. If you looked already, as I get to the end here, you notice that there's no skips, no reversals, no draw 2s, and there's no zeros. The cards do look a little simple in a way, seeing that there's mostly numbers with some wild numbered cards here, but the game can be complicated, I assure you that. Also, there should have been 6 behind here. Maybe it's back here. There it is. Yeah, it fell back in the other deck. Okay, let's see how well I do. Let's begin. Shuffle the deck, and then each player draws a card. Whoever drew the highest number becomes the dealer for that round. Then the dealer's going to shuffle the cards up once again, deal 7 cards to each player. Then the dealer's going to take the top 2 cards of the draw pile and place them in the middle of the table to form what is called the center row. Keep in mind that the center row may have more than 2 cards. I'll explain more about that a little bit later. You then place the deck right next to the center row, and then leave a space like right over here for a discard pile. The person to the left of the dealer starts first. When it's your turn, you must either make a number match on one or both of the cards in the center row with cards from your hand, or draw a card from the draw pile. There are 2 kinds of number matches, a single number match and a double number match. A single number match is when you play one card that matches a number on one of the cards in the center row. A double number match is when you play 2 cards and only 2 cards that add up to one of the cards in the center row. So as an example, I can make a single number match with this yellow 4 and place it on the green 4 if I want to, or I can make a double number match by playing this 4 along with this 6, add them together to make 10, and place it on this 10 card. If you are able to, you can make number matches, whether they're single or double, on each of the cards in the center row, but only 1 match per card. If your matching numbers also matches colors, you get yourself a color match bonus. There are 2 kinds, a single color match and a double color match. For a single color match, it's pretty simple. You simply match one card that matches both the number and the color. So for example, I have this blue 3 in my hand. I can play it on this blue 3 just like that. And the bonus for a single color match is at the end of your turn, you may lay 1 card from your hand face up on the center row. So now for a double color match, you have to play 2 cards that not only both add up to match the number, but they both also must match the color. So another example here would be that I have a red 8 and a red 1. They both add up to 9, and they're both red, so they match the color as shown. I get myself a double color match bonus. And for the bonus for a double color match is at the end of your turn, you may lay one card from your hand face up in the center row, and also your opponents must draw one card from the draw pile and add it to their hand. There's one other thing I want to show you here as I get my cards back in my hand, and that is this. I have two cards that add up to 9. One of them is red, but the other one is yellow. I can play this and match the 9, but if only one of these two cards is the same color as the cards in the center row, you don't get a double color match. When your turn is over, take all the cards that you have played, including the center row cards that you have played them on, and then put those cards in the discard pile. If there are now fewer than 2 cards in the center row, refill that center row with cards from the top of the deck until there are 2 cards in the center row. Then, if you earned any color match bonuses during that turn, don't forget to add 1 card from your hand face up in the center row for each bonus that you have earned. If you can't or do not want to make a match, then you must draw a card. If you can make a match after drawing, then you may do so. If you have drawn a card from the deck and you still can't or do not want to make a match, lay 1 card from your hand face up in the center row. There's one thing though to keep in mind. If there are more than 2 cards in the center row, you may make a match on any or all of them. There is no limit to the number of cards in the center row, so once in a while there will be more than 2 cards in the center row for someone's turn, but there must always be at least 2 cards in the center row. Now let's talk about the 2 special cards. This one over here is the Wild Dose card. This card counts as 2 of any color, and you decide what color the Wild Dose card is when you play it. If the Wild Dose card is face up in the center row, then you get to decide what color it is when you match to it. This one is a wild number card. You can count this as any number between 1 through 10. The color of that number card remains the same. You decide what number the wild number card is when you play it, and if the wild number card is face up in the center row, then you get to decide what number it is when you get to match to it. Here's some examples. In my hand I have this yellow 4 and this Wild Dose card. They both add up to 6, so I can play both cards on the 6 to make myself a double number match. Another example is, I have this green 4 and this green wild number card. I can treat this as a 1, add them together to make a 5, and place it on this 5 to make a double color match and give myself a double color match bonus. If at any time you have exactly 2 cards in your hand, you must shout out "Dose." If you forget to do so, and another player catches you, then you have to draw 2 cards as a penalty right away. If this happens during your turn, then don't add the penalty cards into your hand until the end of your turn. The round is over when one player gets rid of all their cards before anyone else. That player then earns points according to what is left for cards in the other player's hands. Keep in mind though, if that same player has earned any double color match bonuses on the same turn that they've won the round, their opponents then have to draw a card before scoring. These extra card draws help the round's winning player earn extra points, and the scoring is as follows. Every numbered card in the opponent's hand is worth face value, so this would be 6 points. A Wild Dose card in each opponent's hand is worth 20 points, and every wild number card in each opponent's hand is worth 40 points. Add all the points up, and that becomes the current score for the round's winning player. The person that won that round then becomes the dealer for the next round. The first player to reach 200 points wins the game. And that is Dose. I wonder if there will be a World's number 3 card game. Would it be called Tres? I really don't want that to happen because Tres would be way too mind-boggling for all. With that being said though, that's it. That's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more. And don't forget to check out my gaming channel, Markis P Gaming, for video game Let's Play content. I will see you later, but until then, like always, take care.